Good day everyone, I am Rachel Pipita and my topic for today is blood vessels and circulation. Did you know that your heart pumps 2,000 gallons of blood per day? That during your lifetime you pump about 1 million barrels of blood? Blood vessels are the network of tubes that circulate blood throughout our body, carrying oxygen and nutrients to tissues and removing waste products like carbon dioxide. There are three main types of blood vessels. First is the arteries, second, veins, third is the capillaries. Arteries carries blood away from the heart. It has thick, strong muscles. Arteries carry blood away from the heart. It has strong, thick, muscular walls to withstand the high pressure of blood pumped from the heart. The smaller branch of arteries is arterioles. Second is the veins. The veins is the opposite of arteries because when the arteries carries blood away from the heart, the veins carries the blood back to the heart. It has thinner, less muscular walls than arteries because the blood pressure is much lower. The third main part of blood vessels is the capillaries. It is the tiny vessels where the exchange of oxygen and waste occurs. These capillaries mahitabo ang exchange between oxygen and waste. If ang oxygen pasulod sa atong lawas, ang waste pagawas na wala din na siya ang i-exhale into carbon dioxide. This circulatory system is a continuous loop that is essential for maintaining life. This circulatory system is important because it keeps us alive. Since sa mga blood vessels kakahitabo ang exchange of oxygen, which is ang ato ang mga ginaginhawa karon. If wala ang mga blood vessels, we wouldn't be able to breathe and we wouldn't be able na mapagawas ang mga waste inside sa ato ang body. So since our subject is all about anatomy and physiology of human movement, the question is, what will happen to the blood vessels if your body starts moving? When your body starts moving, your blood vessels undergo immediate and dynamic changes, including widening in working muscles and narrowing in inactive organs. This is to redirect blood flow into where it is most needed. For example is if mag-exercise ka. If mag-exercise ka is kung mga muscles na sige mo gagamit or ga-exercise ka is like lamang blood vessels is mo widen. And then, ang pag-flow din sa oxygen inside sa imong body is continuous siya para dili ka mahutan og oxygen while doing that kind of exercise. So that concludes my report about blood vessels and circulation. But before I will end this video, I would like to give you another fun fact about blood vessels and circulation. Did you know that your blood vessels are long enough to circle the globe more than twice? According to the National Institute of Aging, when you stretch out the veins, arteries, and capillaries, they would measure 60,000 miles in a child and 100,000 miles in an adult. So again, before I will end my report, I would like to show you a short clip about blood vessels and circulation so that you would understand my report better.
In this program, we are going to learn about different types of blood vessels. Blood vessels are hollow tubes that carry blood throughout the body. Blood vessels are part of an organism's cardiovascular system. There are three main types of blood vessels. They are arteries, capillaries, and veins. Arteries move blood from the heart. Most arteries carry blood rich in oxygen. The blood in arteries is under pressure. Arteries have thick walls. Muscles in the walls help pump blood to all parts of the body. As arteries move further away from the heart, they become smaller and branch out. These eventually form narrow blood vessels called capillaries. Capillaries have the thinnest walls, often just 1 cell thick. It is through the fragile, leaky walls of the capillaries that the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place. Capillaries begin to merge together and form larger vessels called veins. Veins have thinner walls than arteries and valves to prevent backward flow of the blood that is under low pressure. Most veins take blood cells back to the heart. Most veins carry blood that is low in oxygen. And the process begins all over again. Understanding blood vessels and how they function gives us a better understanding of how blood is distributed throughout an organism.